Hey, what's up? It's Ashley. So I'm going to go over 3 of the top weight loss scams that I see year after year, especially going into the holiday season. January is right around the corner, so it brings everybody out of the fucking woodwork, claiming they know how to lose weight, claiming they have the solution, etc., etc. So this is the time of year that I see it more often than any other time of the year, but I still see these year round because getting in shape and valuing and prioritizing your health and fitness is a very profitable market. So there are, of course, scammers in it like anything else. You've probably heard of scammers like on your phone. If you're old enough to remember when it was like when everybody just had a landline, there's definitely financial scammers. You hear about it for senior citizens especially, and even with student loan debt. However, people tend to forget that scammers also do exist in the weight loss space, in the fitness industry. And here's the top 3 that I see year after year and why you need to steer clear the fuck away from them if you actually value your health and fitness and you actually are serious and you really actually want to get a long-term result, which isn't trendy to say, but it is the name of the game and is actually where success is held. So the first one that I see, and this one pisses me off, they all piss me off, but this one really pisses me off, is the whole fat burning gummies, right? You'll see people that have nothing to do with health and fitness, nothing at all. They will repost it. It's typically like a picture of like just these general gummies, okay? And it'll be like, testers needed. I need 10 testers in 48 hours and take 2 gummies a day and lose 25 pounds. And I'm sorry, but that doesn't fucking work. It's not a magical wand. It's not a magical cure. And here's why. Those gummies are basically snake oil in a cute little teddy bear gummy. So it seems harmless enough. It's preying upon what people actually want, and it's preying upon that marketable instant gratification. But the reality is that those gummies are nothing but your basic like cellulose, your typical ingredients you make to make a gummy bear in itself with the dye colors and everything included. And it's just an overdose more often than not of your standard caffeine and your standard green tea. And I don't know about you, but when I was heavier, I was drinking green tea pretty often, you know, your Lipton, your whatever, and hate to break it to you, I was still fat and I was still gaining weight. The same thing goes for the lemon water. This is also in this category. Do you know how many times my family went out to eat all the time and I had lemon water with my meal? Hate to break it to you, I was still fat and I still was gaining weight year after year until I actively rewired my brain and I made my habits what they transition to for healthier habits, and it's seamless and automatic. Very, very simple and easy for me. But the lemon water, the gummies, the green tea, it just simply does not work. And there's also another compound that sometimes those weight loss pills or juices or whatever the fuck it is for the flavor of the week is they will have a actual compound that's a special green tea extract called EGCG, and it's actually been linked to unexpected seizures and epilepsy in people who have never had seizures or epilepsy before. You can definitely OD on it. You can OD on caffeine. You can OD on green tea. But when you look at on a chart scientifically, the effect on a human's metabolism with caffeine and green tea, the effects are very, very minuscule. I have worked with men and women who were addicted to those things like BINGE energy drinks. They were always drinking green tea, you know, like in a bottle or whatever. And I'm telling you, they were still overweight, okay? They weren't drinking it for that reason to lose weight, but they were drinking it all the time, bringing it into work, drinking it like goddamn Drano, and they were still significantly overweight or obese. So it's preying upon that fact that people want that instant result, that instant easy result, and they're completely marketing and creating this insane amount of revenue, preying upon typically the female demographic ages 20 to 35 who have no science background and no real formal education. However, I still see people out there who have a formal education falling for this shit because it does prey upon that desperation and vulnerability. And I usually see the repost or something like that, and I make sure to comment on them and everything and tell them why it doesn't work. But I see it crop up this time of year more than ever. So that anything like that you see, it is a complete scam and it does not work. Do not waste your time, energy, and hopes and dreams on that because you will be sorely disappointed every time. The second scam that I see is consumer fitness programs endorsed by celebrities. If you've never worked in the health and fitness industry on an expert level, then you will not typically know this information, or you'll just be basing it upon rumors that you hear from TMZ or whatever, or People magazine. But if there is a celebrity who is in incredible shape, there are different categories of them. Most, if not all of them, hire a personal trainer and a private chef, personal chef, however you want to phrase it. And sometimes they even live with them in their mansion or near their mansion, and they have a very high level strategic way they are going about their workouts with their home gym, with their trainer. A lot of the times their trainer actually travels with them. So if you hear movie sets in Hawaii, in Australia, in England, wherever, typically that trainer is traveling with that actor or actress or celebrity, music person, whoever, and they are continuing to train their client, aka the celebrity that is in question, and they're not simply losing weight through something like Weight Watchers or something like that. When you see posts like that, they are a brand partnership. So what does that mean? It means the celebrity has a pretty big, if not gigantic, fan base of ranging demographics, but typically a specific demographic, typically women in their 20s and 30s and even in their 40s, many of which who have had kids and or many of which who have struggled with their weight. So the company will come in, partner up with a celebrity such as that, and they will give them a massive payment to make a series or a singular Instagram post. Typically Instagram I see more often than Facebook. Facebook's pretty much died out. TikTok is still kind of in that range as well now, but Instagram is where I see it most, where they do a paid partnership for the said consumer fitness, weight loss program, nutrition program, whatever the fuck it is. And then because they have such a wide audience base, that company statistically more often than not will see a significant uptick in revenue because people will associate that program or whatever with their favorite celebrity or somebody that they listen to or watch or something like that, when in reality behind the scenes you also have them having a personal trainer and a private or personal chef, and they also have an exquisite high-level luxury home gym where they can systematically go about their workouts on a daily basis. And yes, this is something that I set up with my high-ticket one-on-one clientele, but it's something that the general public just has no damn idea about because you don't know what you don't know, and there's no way otherwise you would even know this is even going on. So anytime that you see a weight loss or nutrition type program, fitness type program that is very heavily endorsed by celebrities, it is a huge red flag. It is like the red flag of the red flags of the red flags. Do not necessarily trust that. Proceed with caution and take it with a massive grain of salt, because behind the scenes, those celebrities are getting paid massive amounts of money to speak whatever the company wants them to speak. And yes, does it ruin their reputation? It kind of depends on who's their demographic and et cetera, but a side note for that, so there's also ones that I will see for like activewear and stuff like that. And speaking from experience, one such company is Fabletics. You've probably seen it all over, and I don't know if they've improved their quality of clothing since I purchased from them 3 years ago. But I purchased several sets of their clothing, and I will tell you, it is the worst fucking activewear I have ever bought in the history of me working out for going on 15 years now. And yes, I have bought shit from Walmart, Target, Amazon, and I will tell you the shit from Fabletics is the absolute worst shit I have ever fucking bought, period. And I have tried multiple sets before, returned them, tried new ones. Across the board, for the money that I spent with them, it was the worst fucking shit I've ever bought. But you will see celebrities who actively are, quote, brand ambassadors for a company like that, and I don't even know how they even wear the clothing to take a picture, because I put it on, it was so goddamn disgusting and itchy and terrible. I literally had to just rip it off my body. And yes, I have bought shit from places like Walmart, and I will tell you the shit from Walmart held up way better than anything I've ever bought from Fabletics, period. So that's just a case in point to always proceed with caution. No, I was not trying Fabletics because I saw a celebrity endorsement. I had heard things about Fabletics from different fitness websites and companies that had a very large fan base. I had heard about it coming up. So yeah, I was going to try their clothing and just see, was it really worth the hype? And it's another video that I will make for another day for YouTube and or social media of my review of it. Maybe I might even try something in the near future just to see if the quality has changed, because that was my major complaint I had about it. And I was very honest with them and did not hold back at all, because that it doesn't do good to sugarcoat shit. But that just goes to show you, always proceed with a massive grain of salt. If you see a shit ton of celebrities endorsing a fitness program or something like that, it is typically a major red flag, and it does not necessarily speak to the quality of what you're spending your money on. The third major scam that I see around the holidays and year round for weight loss are the typical crash diets, but in a different disguise. So what does that mean? It means that it's somebody, typically a nutritionist with an MS degree. Sometimes it's also a NASM certified trainer. But I will tell you, I have seen certified nutritionists push diet pills and products, and they claim to be a certified nutritionist with an MS. That is why you never, ever want to base somebody's credibility solely on their fancy pieces of paper. What do I mean by a fancy piece of paper? I mean a college degree or a certification that you obtain that's not necessarily a bachelor's, master's, doctorate. So I have seen this time and time again. I've even seen the complete destruction of the company Beachbody. Beachbody used to be pretty, if not highly reputable, with high quality workouts and stuff, but they shifted, I've spoken on this before, around 2014, 2015, into more of a crash dieting, detoxing type space, and different types of programs based on these, quote, certified nutritionists coming in and basically giving you nothing but a crash or fad diet, but with a different name and a disguise, and without having the word diet actually in the program name. However, when you look at the elements of what's really going on in the program, it is nothing more than a diet, okay? But it's like a salesman in sheep's clothing, basically. Not saying that sales is necessarily a bad thing. People typically have a bad connotation and association with salespeople, because typically in the past they've been like your telemarketers, door to door, blah blah blah, and so people literally hate the ever-living shit out of salespeople. So when you say the phrase salesperson or salesman in a sheep's clothing, that phraseology is very much like what you will typically see in programs that are, quote, coming from not somebody who's necessarily an MLM like ambassador. And this is one other conversation for another day. I don't think affiliate marketing by itself is terrible. I feel that it depends on the company and what they have, but this scam is not necessarily from an MLM person with no training or no certifications. It'll be somebody who does have a degree, who does have a certification, but yet they are promoting the same fucking shit that somebody with zero training and zero education is, and they're promoting it typically from an MLM fitness or wellness, whatever fucking company. They all love to throw the word wellness out there, but that's what I have seen happen. So you've got the 3 big categories, you know what they look like, you know what the warning signs of them are. So what's some of the warning signs that you'll see from somebody that does have a certification or degree telling you what to do? Typically it's like a 1,200 calorie diet, you're eliminating carbs, and you're doing these crazy, like insane, like endless cardio workouts and stuff like that. That's typically what I have seen. Or I've also seen the very restrictive small little containers that do not teach you sustainable weight loss in the aftermath of it, or they're promising an insane result in a very short amount of time, under 30 days. Typically it's more or less like the 2 or 3 week mark that I have seen. But just to wrap this up, no matter what, you cannot get an insane result from a supplement. This is another video for another day that I will be doing on what supplements you actually even need for weight loss, and it's not what you've been told. But this wraps up the 3 main weight loss scams that I see more so around the holidays, but definitely year round. If you see any of them, take them on with a grain of salt. Do not believe they actually will get you an actual sustainable result or any result at all. And if you have any questions on this, or you see something on Pinterest, I see crazy shit all the time. You see it on Instagram, you see it somewhere, please screenshot it, send it to me in the DMs, and I will be more than happy to debunk the myth without the bullshit. And I'll see you in another video. I'm Ashley Korf, and I'll chat you later.